فرش التراب يضمني وهو غطاء حول الرمال تلفني
غرباء 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 غرباء.
Asalamulaykum warahmatulahi wabarakathu. Know, O beloved brother in Islam, that this occasion, this is a reality for each and every single one of us. There will come a time where you will be lying on your deathbed. There will come a time when your family will be urging you to utter the shahadatain as you die. There will come a time when your soul will be pulled by the angels of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala until it reaches your throat. There will come a time when you will gargle the gargle of death. There will come a time when the angels will say to you, وَقِيلَ مَنْ رَاقٍ وَقِيلَ مَنْ رَاقٍ. There will come a time when they will say to you, who is going to save you now? Mujahid rahimahullah ta'ala, he mentions in his tafsir, he mentions what does it mean when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَقِيلَ مَنْ رَاقٍ. He says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us here that when He subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded and decreed for your soul to be taken, for your soul to reach your throat, and it will be said to you, وَقِيلَ مَنْ رَاقٍ, who is going to save you now? Who is going to cure you now? Who is going to bring you back to life? This is the time. This is the time, a reality that will come to you. He says subhanahu wa ta'ala,
كل نفس ذائقة الموت.
You will taste it. You will taste death just like how your grandfathers and your forefathers have all tasted death. You would be a person that will be placed in your grave. You will be a person left in darkness. You will be a person to whom your very body, your very limbs will be eaten by worms. You will be a person to whom, left alone in darkness, beside your amal, everything will perish. You will perish, and I will perish. The whole world will perish, except for the face of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So ask yourself, are you ready? Are you ready for the angel of Allah, Al-Malik al-Maut, the angel of death, to take your soul? Are you ready to be placed in your grave? Are you ready to be asked your questions? Man Rabbuk? Who is your Lord? Wa ma dinuk? What is your religion? And who is this man? And what have you done to prepare for this last day? Oh beloved brother in Islam, that you will die, and I will die. The truth is, oh beloved brother in Islam, that you will be placed in your grave. There will come a time when this happens. You will see the angels of death. You will see them. Some of them will tell you, لا تخافوا ولا تحزنوا وأبشروا بالجنة. Some of them will tell you as you are on your deathbed, don't be afraid, and don't be sad, and don't worry. وأبشروا بالجنة. But have the glad tidings of Jannah. And some of them will come and they will call you the most wretched and the most evil of names as they prepare for you the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
At that moment of death, when the soul is right here and your whole body is dead and you only have a breath left, something happens. Something that the Prophet ﷺ used to seek refuge from every salah. It is the test of death. And let me explain this. Throughout your whole life, all 50, 60, 70 years of your life, Shaitan is trying to push you astray. And he comes and whispers to us certain things to do and not to do. And throughout our life, he succeeds sometimes and he fails sometimes. But this is his last chance, right? You're dying, your life is ending, and he only has one chance left to push you astray. So he will come to you in the form and shape of someone that is dear to you that has died before you, a mother, father, son, whoever. And he will come up to you at that moment when the soul is about to leave the body, and he will tell you, Ahmed, I am coming from the unseen world. The true religion there is not Islam. It is something else. And you have that split second to decide. But brothers and sisters, the challenge is, it's not up to you. It's not. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يُثَبِّتُ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. Allah is the only one that on that day, at that moment, can give you the ability to say, أَشْهَدُ أَن لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ وَأَشْهَدُ أَنَّ مُحَمَّدًا رَسُولُ اللَّهِ. And it happens how? It happens based on how you lived your life. Were you truthful to La ilaha illallah? Were you from those who worshipped Allah truly, loving no one but Him, fearing no one but Him, hoping in no one but Him? Did you truly submit to La ilaha illallah? Or was it just words that came out of your mouth? We can all, mashallah, we can all say Islamic words, Asalamulaykum, brother, Jazakallahu, khair, barakallahu fiqh. We can all use these words. But what's inside, only Allah knows. You and Allah. You can appear to be the most pious person in this community, but only Allah knows who you really are. And at that moment, brothers and sisters, the real you comes out. I meet a lot of people that feel that because their name is Muhammad or Ahmed or Fatima, that they're guaranteed Jannah, sooner or later. I mean, all right, aren't all Muslims going to Jannah eventually? I'll, go to hellfire a little bit and come back out, but, I'm going to Jannah. I'm Muslim. Well, the challenge is, brothers and sisters, will you die as a Muslim? When this test of death comes to you, will Allah grant you La ilaha illallah or not? Because I have known people, and I'm not just talking out of stories, this is true stories that have happened to people I know, that they lived their whole life, everyone knows them as a Christian. And on their deathbed, at that last moment, they said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. And I know the opposite. People whose names are Ahmed and Muhammad and they live their whole life, Jazakallahu khair, barakallahu fiqh, mashallah, astaghfirullah. And on their deathbed, when they should say, La ilaha illallah, they were singing music, talking about business. That's it, brothers and sisters. What did you really live your life as? As soon as you enter your grave, the grave will squeeze you. That squeeze could be a welcome back home hug, or it could be a squeeze that will break every bone in your body. But it will squeeze you. The grave is dark, very dark, and you are afraid. And at that moment, brothers and sisters, the two ugliest creations of Allah, called Munkar and Nakir, they will walk into your grave. They will sit you up. These angels, Allah had created in a very frightening form. They will sit you up and they will ask you questions. When they sit you up, I want you to feel your heart racing because you will be terrified. And with their voices like thunder and their eyes like lightning, they will ask you, who is your Lord? Who did you submit to? The mu'min will say, my Lord is Allah. They will ask, what is your way of life? The mu'min will say, my way of life is Islam, is submission to Allah. And what do you say about the man that was sent to you? You will say, he is Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And they will say, sadaqt. You have said the truth. And they will order the grave to widen. And this grave will turn into a garden of paradise. And you will chill. On the other side, may Allah protect us. They will sit you up. And they will ask the same questions. The person will not be able to answer. They will say, I don't know. What's your way of life? I don't know. And the angel will say, kadhabt, you have lied. And the grave will squeeze and tighten, become narrower and darker, till every bone in your body breaks. And they will order the grave to become a pit of hellfire. And the grave will start burning till the day of judgment.
كلا إذا دكت الأرض دكا دكا وجاء ربك والملك صفا صفا وجيء يومئذ بجهنم يومئذ يتذكر الإنسان وأنى له الذكرى يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي فيومئذ لا يعذب عذابه أحد ولا يوثق وثاقه أحد يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي.
So make this day a day for you to change. Let this video be the means for you to change, and don't waste your time. La ilaha illallah. Let it be the words of the kalima upon your tongue to be your last words.
إني ألقى الإناس في صومي وصلاتي ودعائي للرحمن وجميع الطاعات. إني ألقى الإناس في صومي وصلاتي ودعائي للرحمن وجميع الطاعات. إني ألقى الإناس في صومي وصلاتي ودعائي للرحمن وجميع الطاعات.